We all know sound has effects. There are theories of how the pyramids were built using sound. Creation began with the Word of God. It's believed our own voices have the timbre and tones that we need for our own healing, our own physical well-being. And we know that vibrations that we may not be able to pick up with our ears, we can feel conveyed as it rides along on certain sounds. I am so sick of clicking on YouTube videos and hearing AI voices. I understand being insecure about the fluidity of our expression. Like maybe we've written something down and rereading it, we might not complete a sentence, we may not emphasize in the right parts. We may feel insecure about that, but guess what? AI isn't doing it either. It's messing it up. And now a biblical example comes across. I was just exposed to somebody who's very much into the Bible right now. It's part of their path. I took that path too. Moses felt insecure about his voice and so didn't want to do what God called him to do, and so that's why Aaron was brought along to be the spokesperson, to be the voice. But unlike Moses, I'm just gonna speak. There's a reason my voice was chosen. There's a reason why your voice is being chosen. To be heard, to be felt. The subconscious will feel what's coming across the voice. I remember somebody sent me a text message. It was an ex. He was just trying to terrorize me. And then it was, in a language I didn't understand. I read it. I immediately knew it was a curse. I didn't read it out loud, but I was just like, yeah, whatever, don't want to reread that. And then he texts suddenly afterwards, don't read that, that's a curse. Like, yeah, I already knew. So that's just the point of this video. Your voice, the sound of it, the energies that can ride along with it, the gift of your voice as an arc. That's so beautiful. I didn't expect to say that. Like the Ark of the Covenant. It's a holy thing, a carrier. There's electricity in everything that travels through our environment. And so there's electrical charge to our voice. And it's a gift. So don't hoard your voice. I like it especially when I can go off into the middle of nowhere and just not even make words, just make sounds. And the amazement of what my voice can create, what it sounds like. I don't experience in my day-to-day life. I don't hear the full spectrum of it unless I go off in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody around that I'm aware of. And we move our breath. And I just heard through somebody that our breath is the voice of our intuition. And I've had moments, with a lover just breathing in their exhale and the sweetness of it. It's a beautiful thing. So yes, we breathe better when we're speaking, unless we're nervous about it, then we stop breathing and we stutter and all that. And that's probably the aggravation of such a technologically orientated society. Registers at stores that speak to you. I always go to the live cashier. Humanity, they know, like, addiction and what they call mental disabilities occur due to lack of connection. How much less of a connection are we going to feel when we're not hearing our actual voices, each other's actual voices? And that brings to mind the Middle East, the Arabic country that has the laws. Women are not allowed to hear one another's voices. Like, whoa. I mean, the profound value of, you listen to the Scandinavian women as their voice carries across lakes and resounds off of mountains, the culling, the keening. There's so much power, so much magic and healing in those voices. And then you get that beautiful tone and you get the deep masculine voice just connecting the depth and the breadth of the earth with that very fine, wonderful, melodic, magical melody. Just what a powerful combination. And to be deprived of half that combination, that'll just drag you down into the depths of hell, man. God, it just makes me sick what they do to women. I saw a video of a female reporter. She went over there to Egypt, and there was a celebration out in the public square. It was all men, and everybody was well behaved and just celebrating. And you'd hear comments about what they'd like to do if they could to that woman, rip her clothes off, whatever. But they all behaved themselves because she was being filmed. But as soon as the light went off on that camera, they tore her away from her bodyguard and they did all those things to her. It is good for us if we let our voices be carried. If we carry our voices, I'm enjoying the quiet. That is the peace that I'm feeling because I'm speaking. And what I'm speaking is in harmony with all things. All things that are harmonious and all things that bring harmony. I haven't thought of that word since last spring. I had a very intense awareness of other aspects of creation that I don't even remember ever using before. And I'm very aware that I'm stepping into integrating and expressing those parts. And while I recognize the hesitancy due to the lack of familiarity and the confidence with it not being so familiar, but nothing in me is actually reluctant or resisting what is to come next. Looking up in a big way, man. Some of us have been preserved for exactly this day, for exactly this time, for exactly this way. There's an art in the way we use our voice, in the words that we choose. For example, it just turns my stomach just to even say the word grateful. I appreciate. There's appreciation that comes through me. When I'm receiving and perceiving things that I favor. And I like the welling up of appreciation because it's just acceptance and allowing myself to receive. It's a beautiful thing. It's a mode I don't want to get out of. But I'm going to have to continue being in it without you.